Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, remember when all the Tolkien experts, and I use that term loosely now considering that the better half of all of them have sold out defending the professor for a few months worth of access to Amazon, went to Oxford and saw 20 minutes worth of footage from the Rings of Power and they all came back and said things like this? I am convinced about the showrunners that they are the right people to adapt Tolkien's work. The showrunners were excellent and their passion filled me with confidence. They know their Tolkien, and pretty much every concern and challenge I've thought about in the last few years in adapting the Second Age, they've clearly worked out through themselves. After meeting them, I feel the show is in very good hands. Their passion and knowledge made me feel like they were one of us. They get it! Anyone who hears the showrunners speak could not doubt their respect for Tolkien's writings. Their enthusiasm for Tolkien's books is palpable. Yet they didn't say a single word about the footage that they saw, but man, they could tell us about the showrunners. And then, earlier this week, we got these. Yeah, I'm sure we can all trust these people's assurances that this show is in good hands.
You serious?
So I'm just gonna quickly go over these articles, or these covers. I am just going to do the first two very quickly because I want to get to Galadriel's the most. So first of all, there's this one. Look, I don't know, but she just looks over-edited to me. Something about this looks weird. I'm no Photoshop expert, but between him and her, just something looks off. And okay, please correct me in the comments down below because I could be wrong, but I honestly, truly just don't care. Is she not supposed to be his daughter? I'm sorry, I just find this position a tad bit odd. If they're a father-daughter duo. I don't know, there's just me. Okay, and then there's this. Look, okay, so they're including hobbits in the Second Age when hobbits clearly and definitively were not in the Second Age. But could they have, had them have baths? I mean, why on earth do they look homeless? Maybe not make them look like they just traversed the entirety of Middle-earth. And then this guy, this is Frederick Douglass. I'll just leave that right there. You can infer all you want about why I think that this hair is reflecting a period in time in history when the social status of certain groups of ethnic people was up for debate, especially in the United States. Frederick Douglass was an abolitionist, just FYI. Okay, and then there's this cover with a comment on it that says, "Don't expect the same Galadriel." As far as I know, there's only one Galadriel, and that's in the books and Jackson's trilogy. The one that braved crossing the ice, who was a lady-in-waiting to a goddess in Doriath, who married one of the Sindarian elves, this guy, who is considered to be one of the wisest, if not the wisest elf in Middle-earth, who, I would like to remind you, according to Amazon's new best friend, isn't even slated to be in the show yet, stood up to Sauron, made him retreat, advised the Fellowship of the Ring, and resisted the pull of the One Ring, who basically looked after Middle-earth for thousands of years. So what other version of Galadriel is there? Well, there's this one that they can use to push Hollywood's radical feminist agenda where women replace men. Because look at this pose. Women normally do not sit like this. There is something innately part of our makeup that just does not incline us to sit like this. It's not comfortable on our hips, and any young woman who's had a grandmother knows you will get yelled at for not sitting like a lady. To be blunt, a woman of repute does not sit with her legs spread like this. But you know who does sit like this? Men. I will not go into the physiological reasons about why that is, though. But the fact that they very deliberately put her chainmail dangling between her legs in a very strategic position, because the bright silver on the black background inevitably draws the eye right here, was very deliberate. I mean, it's blatantly obvious who they're telling us who will be the bestest ever in this show. It's this masculinized version of Galadriel. And her creepy stare, I know they are probably meaning it to be alluring, But I also take this as a bad sign. I dread to think about who will be doing the seducing in the show, Galadriel or someone else, but either way, I think it's safe to say that someone will be seduced. It probably won't be Celeborn, though. For me, the reason why I find this cover the most disrespectful is by downgrading to this version of Galadriel after we got this, and this, and this. You're telling little girls that they shouldn't want to be feminine and soft and nurturing. I grew up with Galadriel. I was 12 when I first saw her, and let me just say, all I remember is being in awe of such a strong and capable woman. It was so inspiring to see her counsel the Fellowship, and later, when Frodo was at the end of his strength, who was it who came and saved him? Galadriel. People found rest in her presence, which is usually something women excel at, nurturing and taking care of people. But Galadriel in the Rings of Power will be the complete opposite of all of that. I am willing to put money on it. But I am by far not the only one who feels this way. Although this article came out last year, in October, I think Evie put it perfectly in this article titled, "The Rings of Power already has enough badass female characters." So Galadriel, the matriarch in this section, the women of The Lord of the Rings are not the main focus of the story, but without them, Frodo's mission would have failed. They, like most women in the history throughout war times, have a specific role to play. Galadriel is one of the most powerful elves in Middle-earth. She is truly the embodiment of ethereal femininity. With incomparable beauty and knowledge, her wisdom shines through as she guides the Fellowship of the Ring, aiding them in destroying the corruptive jewelry. When Frodo asks her to keep the ring, she displays great restraint. Although she's tempted, she acknowledges that the ring would turn her into a monster, declaring, "All shall love me in despair." Her ability to recognize the necessity for Frodo and his band to retain the ring and send it back where it came from is the height of womanly goodness. Readers and viewers hold her in awe. That is accurate. That is absolutely correct. We always have and always will. They're exactly right. She is the embodiment of femininity on Middle-earth. You know, Arwen, her granddaughter, is a close second, but Galadriel is literally older than the moon. She is the matriarch of Middle-earth. Not this. So, you know, Amazon, keep showing us your hand. Trust me when I say the Fellowship sees through your schemes, and we won't let this down. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. Until next time, bye.